Hello there, family.
Hey.
I didn't see you there. And family, welcome back to another edition of Midweek Moment with the Crenshaws. I am your host, Sanchez Crenshaw, and as always, I am joined by the absolute best part of my day.
That would be me, y'all.
The apple of my eye.
I am.
The wind beneath my wings. The rib that completes me.
You're completed.
The Lisa to my Oliver.
Who?
Lisa Oliver.
Okay, hold on.
They lived on a farm.
Uh-huh.
They had a pet pig named Arnold, and Arnold was actually one of the most loved characters on the show.
3 acres?
3 acres is the place for me. Yes.
I don't even know how I got that one because, to be honest, I didn't know.
I know how you got it.
Huh.
Want me to tell the family how you got it?
How I got it?
Because you was 18 when the show came out. That's how you do. You was 18.
Trying my best. Trying my best not to be petty.
You gonna tell the family your name?
To that, I'm a choir. Don't be petty. You like the way I did that?
I just want to know you're gonna tell the family your
What
name.
is going on, family? What is going on, guys? I am Angela Crenshaw. What is going on?
Family, that is my wife. That is my wonderful,
about
wonderful
to be
wife.
Your petty wife, but go ahead.
Why you gotta be petty in this world, though?
Because you trying to come for me.
Everything I do is with love.
It's not.
Everything I do is with admiration.
I don't feel it.
Everything I do is to uplift and build.
Build what?
You. I'm here for you, girl. Can't you feel the love?
Anywho, let's keep going.
Can't you feel the love
Hey,
tonight?
Hey.
Ouch. Okay. So family, she just hit me. That's okay.
listen.
That's okay.
Listen, do the house clip.
Do the house clip.
House clip.
So
Go
family,
ahead. Go ahead.
we welcome you for our new family members. However you're listening, whether it's iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, or on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com.
Yes.
We thank you so much for
We
listening.
thank you guys so much.
Now, if you notice, I said family.
Yes.
And I said new family members.
Yes.
Now, welcome. Now, what makes you a family member?
You just did it.
You just did it. You
tuned
listened.
in.
You tuned in.
Yes,
You found us, however you found us, whether you came across us just scrolling for podcasts,
Or
whether
a friend told you.
whether you came across us on one of our socials, whether a friend recommended us to you.
Thank you.
However you got here, we thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, guys. Seriously, thank you
And
so much.
You listen.
I'm humbled.
Very humble.
I'm humbled that
Humbled.
you would take a chance on us. Thank you so much.
So we are very thankful.
Yes, we are.
And for our returning family members,
Come on, return to.
you already know how we feel about you.
Come on.
Now, for our new family members, please don't misunderstand. We love you.
We do.
There is a special place in our heart for
Yes,
you.
it is.
But there's just something about our returning family members.
Our returning family.
And they just keep on coming.
And so on
And so on and so forth. And they put up with my wonderful wife.
Yep.
And the abuse that she gives me verbally on these airwaves.
He's trying to get me. But you see what I'm doing? I'm composing myself.
Is you
okay?
composing yourself?
I'm being professional today.
Oh, today you've been professional.
I'm being professional.
Today you've been professional.
Composing. Anybody see me composing? Let me get myself together. I'm composing myself. Okay?
So family, we just thank you. Yes. And as always, welcome to the cookout.
Yes.
Make sure you bring some aluminum foil so you can what?
Take something with you.
So you can take something with you.
I see you got on our shirt today.
I do have on our shirt today.
That's a Crenshaw Corner shirt.
It's a Crenshaw Corner shirt.
Yes, I love it. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Merch will be available soon.
Merch. Don't people kill me when they say that?
Merch will be available soon.
Merch will be available soon.
So just put that out there.
We got some new fall merch.
Yeah.
Is that the way you say it?
Yeah.
That's a plug, ain't it?
That's a plug.
We plugging.
You plugging.
We plugging.
You plugging.
We plugging, people.
So family.
We plugging.
We plugging.
I'm about to put my Cash App up here. I'm really plugged in for fall.
Let's plug it on.
Plug it on. What's up, baby?
So family. I'm not finished yet.
I know.
So family, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast.
We are.
Which means we can be found on the socials. We're on Instagram.
We're Instas.
We're on Twitter.
We tweet.
We're on Facebook.
We're bookers.
All under Crenshaw
Yes.
Corner. And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
Hi,
Hey,
baby. I
baby.
like when you say that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So it is Wednesday.
Yeah. Hump day.
Hump day. It
Hump
is a
day,
midweek.
y'all. Midweek. And people had Monday off.
People had Monday off. Monday.
What did you do?
Hold on.
Okay.
If you are in the States,
Okay. True.
listening
We gotta
to
keep
us,
saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, We had a federal holiday.
Our Labor Day.
Yeah, we had a federal holiday in the States.
Yeah.
And I say that because, babe, I don't know if you know or not, but we have family members in Russia.
Yes.
We have family members in Japan.
Thank you.
We have family members in Taiwan.
We love you.
We have family members in Spain.
Thank you.
We have family members in the UK.
Yeah.
We have family members in Germany.
Yes.
We have family members in Canada.
Yes.
And there's a couple more places that I apologize that are not coming directly to mind right now.
Right.
And for that family, we love you.
Yes.
So I just want to, make it clear.
Yeah.
We're not just based in the U.S.
But here's the thing: we trying to get all 50 states. We working on it, y'all.
Yeah.
And we just gonna put a pin in every state. See, even if it's one listener, we did great.
Yeah, we love it.
If we get one listener anywhere around the world, or just one listener from any state, we are doing great. We are not about the numbers. We are just about having a good time and loving you guys so much.
So much.
Yes.
So, babe, it is Wednesday. It is hump day.
Yes, it is.
This is a moment.
Yes.
So we will not be before the family long.
That's what we always say.
That's what we always say. And I'm going to be honest, family. I personally have no idea what we're talking about today.
I got questions, so I have to get my phone. Y'all got to get my phone.
You got questions?
I got questions. So what happened was people always send us questions all the time.
Yes, they do.
We haven't did question and answers in a long time.
It's been a little while.
It's been a little while. And so, but these particular questions was like, oof, they made me think. So
was it oof questions?
It was an oof.
Okay, are these the ones that's going to get me in trouble? Because for some reason, the family likes seeing me in trouble.
No, I don't think so. I think these are good conversation questions.
All right, let's see how this goes.
So the
family don't turn on me.
Now, let me just say a couple of things we got to say. We are not professionals. We are not therapists. We don't know. We don't know everything.
I'm not a therapist, but I have played one on TV.
You have. Anyway, we don't know everything. We know what works for our marriage, and every marriage is totally different.
That's right.
So we just giving our opinions and our thoughts and our perspective.
And
that is
our experience and what we've seen.
Doing.
And also, I'm not a doctor, but I watched Doogie Howser, MD, growing up, so I feel like I know some things. I'm saying I grew up with Trapper John, MD.
Did you?
Trapper John, MD. Loved that show. Watched it all the time. I grew up with Quincy, the medical examiner that was a cop too. Don't know how he did it, but he did.
Really? You gonna pull us out your stash?
I grew up with that. I grew up with Crossing Jordan.
Crossing Jordan. Oh my God.
Jill Hennessy.
I forgot about Crossing Jordan.
Crossing Jordan.
Yes.
It was in the vein of Quincy because she a medical examiner, but she all out with the cops and she just investigating and getting shot at. So I'm not a doctor.
She is this world's Bones. Right? Yeah.
Well, Bones was an anthropologist.
She was all in the dead bodies.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, so she kind of.
I said that word wrong.
I know you did.
I said I told that word slap up.
But don't worry about it.
And I'm an educated man.
The family loves you.
I love them too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I kind of got us off track.
So we have questions.
So
the first question is, how do you put love, or how do you show love in your conversation? Not just by affectionate, but by in your regular conversation every day.
Ooh, okay. That's a good question.
And basically, it's towards a husband. How do I explain or show my husband how to show love in his conversations? Not just showing love, affectionate, but in his everyday, regular conversation.
Okay.
How to show love.
I think so me being me.
Okay. Because you only can be you. Baby.
I can only be me.
I just want to put that out there.
I can only be me.
You know, you do switch up sometime, but go ahead, baby.
That didn't sound kosher at all when you said that. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave that one alone because I'm not really sure where you were going with that one.
No, you switch up. Like sometimes you're nice, sometimes you're not. You bipolarish. You got bipolar tendencies, but carry on.
I am always nice. Thank you very much. See, you're attacking me in front of the family already.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay, so I think the way that you show love within your conversation, once again, not just by saying I love you, but actually in your conversation. So
I think that's what they're saying. That's not just saying I love you, but how do you, your conversation,
in your everyday
conversation.
As the Crenshaws love to say, in your regular degular
conversations. Yes.
I think first of all is that with what?
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I think with every conversation, it starts with not wanting to be heard. And here's what I mean by that. Because I know that sounds crazy. But I think a lot of the times we go into a conversation and we just want to be heard. We don't care what the other person has to say.
Right.
We don't care what the other person's response is. We just want to be heard. And so you have to go into the conversation being a listener and not just wanting to be heard.
Right.
And once you do that, because what happens is that opens up the door for you to really hear what your spouse is saying.
Right.
2, you go into the conversation not being selfish. because
Okay.
I think a lot of the times what happens within conversations,
All right.
we want it to be one-sided. We just want to get ours off.
That didn't sound good either, baby, in this conversation.
Okay.
That was so after dark. It
I'm
sounded so
just
after
saying.
dark, but go ahead, baby.
You took it there. I didn't.
It's just the way you said it.
I'm
But
just saying.
Just go ahead.
So what happens is that we just want to get it off our chest.
Okay.
And
That sounds better.
Okay. So
Thank
we
you.
just want to get it off our chest.
I feel completely cleansed.
You feel cleansed now?
I feel cleansed now.
So it's turned and not an after dark moment now.
It's turning. It's doing a turn. Go ahead.
got
baby.
you.
Go ahead.
And with that being said, so because we're not being selfish, because we're not just trying to get it off our chest, once again, that opens the door for us to truly listen to what our spouse's needs,
Right.
what they want us to hear, how they. Because here's the thing, and I could be wrong, and women correct me. I'm not a woman. I've never been one. But a lot of a woman will tell you what she needs without necessarily telling you what she needs. Okay. Let's take it back for a moment. And I'm going old school.
Okay, Lord.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead, baby.
So
I'm gonna look down and close my eyes. I'm gonna pray. Go ahead. Lord.
when I was growing up,
Lord help.
and the comic book industry, the comic book
Okay, we're going to
industry
comic books. Go ahead.
was huge. As far as the actual books themselves.
Okay.
When you bought comic books and when you bought certain magazines like Mad Magazine, you could order things off the back. It was like the advertisement in the back. You could order different things.
Right.
And one of the things you could order was a decoder ring. And so you ordered a little decoder ring and you use it to help you identify messages and decode. And what they would do is they would give you like secret messages in the back of the magazine that you would use to decode a ring to decode what the actual message is.
Okay. At first, I thought you were talking about the mood ring, but you were not discussing the mood ring.
No, not the mood ring.
Okay, carry on.
An actual decoder ring.
Okay, Dakota ring.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the mood ring, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
I didn't say mood ring.
I know, but we come from different generations, as you said.
We do.
So maybe you call it something else,
We
a
do.
Dakota ring, and I call it the mood ring.
I'm saying.
But we're on two different pages.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
saying. I was Vietnam. I'm Afghanistan.
I would have put you.
I'm
on.
just saying.
I would have might even see me beat you up on
I'm
this
just saying. That's the generation. So
Okay, go ahead.
You grew up with the Vietnam vets.
I did not.
I grew up with the Afghanistan vets. I'm just saying. That's how you. I'm just saying.
No, we ain't gonna differentiate that.
I'm
way.
just saying. Okay,
Carry on
we
your
can differentiate like this then.
Go to your. You better go. You
That
better.
was-
Bruh, you better go to that Dakota ring for you.
I'm just saying. Okay, so let's.
Don't you put
no.
your hand like that.
Hold on.
Go to the Dakota
I'm
ring.
going. But let me say this real quick. Let me say this real
I
quick.
don't want to do it.
Let me say this real quick.
I don't want to do it.
Can I say this real quick?
Oh my God.
Let me
Go
say
ahead,
this real
babe.
quick.
Go ahead.
So, your history book when you were in school, and my history book when I was in school is about 33 years difference.
I'm going to
In
knock
history.
the mess out of you. Family, when it go down, don't call 911. When you see this microphone go flying or you hear it rumbling,
I'm just saying.
if you hear it rumbling, don't worry
All
about
right.
it.
So back
Carry
to
on.
what I was saying, the
ahead.
analogy of a Dakota ring. So what happens with women sometimes is that you have to actually decode the message that they're giving you.
Okay.
Because, and I could be wrong, but I think it's more so not because they can't be upfront. I think they just want to make sure that you're actually listening to what they say. Do you care enough to actually figure out how I feel? Do you care? Do you truly care about enough of me to truly listen to what I'm saying, to listen to the undertone of my message? I could be wrong.
I don't even think it's that. I think we just built that way. I don't even think it's that deep, to be honest. I mean, it's true, but I don't even think that it's that deep. I think when it comes, because when I read this, and I read it several times before
Right.
I asked you, in reference to a regular conversation, I think sometimes we're having these conversations, you want to hear love, where there's not a short answer. You see
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
There's
get
not a snippet answer.
Right.
Or and it could be you're tired, it's not intentional or anything like that, but it's very much like, no, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't feel loving to people sometimes, especially if you're so excited to see that person come through the
Right.
door, or you're excited to be with that person. They just giving you these one-liners. Oh my goodness. It's almost like when you text message somebody your entire heart on a text message,
Right.
and they send you an emoji. I want to go to your crib. I'm gonna let you know. I'm coming. I don't care if it's my mama, my brother, my whoever. I literally was like, hey, this is what's going on. This is why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And they go understood with an emoji.
Or they hit you with the thanks.
Oh I'm at your crib. Think I'm hyperventilating. Wait, hold on. Let me get myself together.
You gonna be okay? You need some water?
Oh my goodness, because that right there is like, it's disrespectful. It's rude, right?
Right.
And again, we can't tell people what to say, but what I am saying is, where's the love in that? Where's the understanding in that? And I think what happens with men and women, and it goes both ways with both of us, men and women, that the loving conversation, or the conversation I think that they're talking about, again, is not those snippets, those short answers, those,
I get that.
The attitude or the rush conversation.
Yeah,
because none of that shows love.
Yeah, and it goes back to what I was saying a little earlier. It's the not having the selfish conversation.
Yeah,
because I get it. And I'm guilty of it myself.
I am too.
Where, I've had an extremely long day, or my day didn't go the way I wanted it to, or I'm frustrated by something else, or I'm aggravated by something else.
Right.
And then you come to me because you haven't seen me all day, or we haven't been around each other all day.
And we're excited.
You're happy to see me. You're happy to have to converse with me, to tell me about your day or whatever you want to tell me. And I cut you short.
Right.
Or I halfway listen,
right?
Or using my body language, I convey to you
about that body language. Yes,
I convey to you that I'm really not interested in what you're saying. Yeah. You can talk, but I'm really not interested in it.
And here's the thing I gotta say about Sanchez.
Oh Lord, what you saying about Sanchez?
His face is an open book. So if I'm talking to him about something that he is really not concerned about, he tries his little best. But his little face tell everything.
I'm saying.
So what I realized is one of the things that we had to do, what I had to learn personally, he had to learn about me, was the fact that I need to give him a moment. And
just
I think
a little one.
A conversation, especially when you're coming through the door,
right?
I think the real conversation, to me, showing love in a regular conversation is having honest conversation, right?
Yeah.
And saying, hey babe, like when I come through the door, can I just kiss you and give me 30 minutes? We didn't, because at first when Sanchez used to do this, because he would go to the bathroom, the kids doing homework or whatever, he'd be like, hey everybody, he would go in the bathroom. I would see Sanchez for like 30 minutes.
Oh yeah,
that irritated me, because I'm like, bruh, I done been here with your chaps. Do y'all say that in the country?
Wow.
Chaps.
Yeah, that's a country term right there.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll up in here, drop that briefcase, and be with these chaps too, right? But I didn't understand that he needed to decompress. And so once we had a real conversation, and that conversation, and his honest conversation was love for me, because he spoon fed me what he needed at the time. Baby, I understand, but I need 30 minutes to come in the house, go in the bathroom, and I promise you, if I can just decompress and wipe the whole day off of me, the work day per se.
Yeah, my work day.
I can truly you said interact.
Yeah, I can interact with you guys at that point.
Interact with you guys at that point. And so I had to understand that and not take it so personal, because it was always personal for me. But once he told me and I heard that was his honesty, was love to me. Like, baby, I should have said this before, but here, and then we had that regular conversation.
Yeah, the regular
conversation. And then he came out, and then life went on. Yeah. But I think sometimes, again, because we're either tired or something's going on, we have a tendency, like I said, the body language, like you said, the body language, the being short. We have to tell our spouses what we need to have these loving conversations without saying, I love you all the time. But baby, right now, I need a moment. I think that's loving.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't think that's selfish.
No. And I think it's having the conversation, and we've said this before, and I'll always say it, having a conversation where you're not looking for an offense.
Yeah.
How do you have a regular conversation and showing love in a regular conversation? When you have any type of conversation, you don't automatically look for an offense.
Right.
You don't look for, well, you're saying this to attack me, or you're saying this because you're trying to undercut me, or you're saying this because you're trying to belittle me, or you're saying this because you don't love me. We have a tendency of wanting to look for an offense in a conversation. And I think one of the ways that you show love in your regular conversation is that when you're having a conversation with your spouse, especially if it's a conversation where they're expressing how they feel about a situation, or they're expressing even if they're saying they're expressing how they feel about you.
Right. Gotcha.
Don't look for an offense. Truly hear their heart. Yeah. I think one of the ways that you show love in just your regular conversation is that you intentionally look for the heart in the conversation. Yeah. What is your spouse really saying? What is their heart saying? If you listen to their heart, because a lot of the times these regular conversations we're having, sometimes we're having it from a place of hurt.
Right.
Sometimes we're having it from a place of confusion, a place of disappointment. Right. And those feelings intermingle with the words we're trying to say. And if we're steadily looking for an offense,
Right.
then what we're doing is that we're shutting down those true feelings, those true emotions, and now our guard is up.
Right.
And now we're in attack mode.
Right. Because here's a regular conversation can't be a conversation where you feel like you attacked every day.
Exactly.
Come on now, y'all. There's got to be some laughing. There's got to be some fun. There's got to be something in that, because most people think like a regular conversation, no. Every conversation ain't deep. Some conversations just about the chicken.
Yeah.
It's just about the rice.
Some conversations simply, did you fix dinner? Did you cook dinner?
Right. What did you do today? Like those regular conversations. But when you do the regular conversations, my package. When you're doing the regular conversation, I'm sorry, God, I don't know why y'all needed to know that. I'm sorry, on air, but my bad. The reason why you want to do that because they just want you to know and you listen. And I think too, with showing love in the regular conversations is for yourself is, before you say it, if you feel like something's going to come out of you, or you're going to be snippet, or you're going to be a certain way, I know for me, or I'm going to be a certain way, I'm on edge about something, I'm just going to need to take a minute, be quiet.
Yeah.
Take a minute and think about because once it come out my mouth, I can't take it back.
Yeah, once it's out there, it's out there.
Grab it like, bruh.
Yeah, once it's an atmosphere, it's out there.
Now, there's been times I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, but it's too late by that time.
I saw it happening.
Yeah.
I saw the words.
It's like the cartoon. You see it.
Like, oh.
You see it.
It came out. So I think there's just different ways. And again, it goes back to what works for you. But I think just being mindful, being thoughtful, like you said, not taking a defense automatically. And maybe that for a regular conversation that your spouse need a moment or 30 minutes. Think about how you don't be snippy. Don't be, short, answer the question, listen. There's so many ways about going to do it, but you're going to figure that out as a regular conversation and showing love and what kind of love that you need by how y'all handle each other and what when you have regular conversation, what makes you feel not loved? You know what I'm saying? And once you figure that out, you can convey that to your spouse. Like, baby, when even if we have regular conversations sometime, because I would have to tell Sanchez, when we have regular conversations, I can see you disinterested already.
I'm glad you said that. Because that was going to be what I was going to touch on really quick. Showing love in regular conversations, it's understanding that there are going to be times where your spouse just wants you to know something.
Exactly.
They just want to involve you. They just want to tell you something.
Ain't deep.
It's not deep. It's not complicated.
It's not complicated.
At the end of the day, it's not going to affect your life one way or the other.
It's informative.
They just want you to know. And that was the biggest thing for me to learn, because I'm the type of person, and to be honest, unless this information directly affects me, unless the information either betters my life or enriches my life
or destroy it,
I don't really care. It has to be something I'm interested in, or something that's going to either be beneficial
do y'all see
or
how the beginning
detrimental
of
to
our
my
marriage
life.
went? The beginning of our marriage was rough.
And I had to understand that there are just certain times where my wife just simply wants to tell me something.
Just give him the information.
That's it. It was laid on. It was something she found interesting, or something that was laid on her heart, or something that she was excited about.
Yes.
And I owe you an apology. I think I've apologized for this before, but if not, I'm going to do it on air.
Yes, sir.
Because I remember the times where you were excited.
Yeah.
About telling me something, or you were excited about getting me involved in something, or you was excited you came across something and it brought joy to your heart, and you brought it to me, and I shut it down.
No excitement,
no interest, no nothing. I shut it
nothing.
down, and I think I might have asked you 1 or 2 times, why are you telling me this?
Not even why. It was like, okay, but you would do the hit me with the okay, babe.
Yeah.
Okay, babe. And that was it. And I would walk away so defeated. I'm
Yeah,
honest.
you
I would
would.
walk away very defeated. I would walk away. I would cry. I would go in my prayer closet and cry and say, Lord, my feelings is hurt. I'm going to have to bring this to him later. It's either bring it to him later or lay hands, God. Now, how you want me to do this
my
is on
wife is
you.
violent, people.
I'm just telling the truth.
My wife
it
is
was like, do
violent,
I
family.
lay hands on this joker, Jesus? You let me know. Or do I sit here and cry this out and then go back later and find a way to tell him how it makes me feel?
Right.
And here's the thing. It took a while for me
It
to
took a
tell
minute for us
you
to get there.
Because I wouldn't tell him how he made me feel.
Nah, you wouldn't.
And the crazy part about it, I did this thing that I would do to him is like, but he should know. When I walked away, he should have knew how he made me feel. Because come on now, I didn't walk away joyful. I came joyful.
Yeah, you came joyful and you left a totally different way.
I left depleted. I left unjoyful. Is that what?
Unjoyful?
I left unjoyful.
It's going to be one today.
I left unjoyful. You know what I'm saying? So, there was one of those things, and he did apologize, and it was something, and I appreciate it because he began to work on that.
Yeah, and and it's just learning that, once again, every conversation ain't about you.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, I'm not saying this directly to my wife. I'm just saying in general to
whole,
spouses as a whole. Every conversation is not about you.
Yeah.
There are some conversations that your spouse wants to have with you. They just want to tell you.
Just want to tell you.
That's all. Something they found interesting, something that brought them joy, something that they came across, something they learned, whatever it is. And they just wanted to share it with you.
Yeah.
So having those conversations in love is just sometimes just listening, whether you're interested or not. Just don't necessarily be interested in what they're saying. Be interested in them. And that's what I had to learn.
Yeah.
I had to learn. I may not be interested, or I may not. And when I say this word, people don't like this word because it sounds so unfeeling. But I may not care about exactly the topic that you're talking to me about, but I care about you.
And because I care about it, makes you want to care about it.
And because you care about it, and because I care about you, and because I care about how you feel, for that 10, 15, 20, however long it takes for you to have this conversation with me.
Because I'm long-winded.
A little long-winded. Then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put my selfishness to the side for a moment.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, okay, I love my wife. I care about my wife.
Yeah.
My wife cares about this topic. So you know what I'm going to do? Yeah. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to be attentive. I'm going to listen.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually engage in this conversation. It's not just going to be a shaking my head or nodding my head or
and a still look.
And
his favorite still look.
Yeah, that blue steel.
What's the blue steel look, baby?
Yeah, that's that Zoolander blue steel.
That one face. One side. But also what I did was too, because once we had the conversation and I understood his dynamic as well,
right,
they were not going to be long and drawn out.
Right.
So I knew, even with our financial meetings, I knew 15 minutes is what I had.
It had to be a give and a take.
It had to be a give and a take. And so I knew 15 minutes. But I also want to say before we go to the next question, because we could be here all day.
We 30 minutes in. on a midweek moment, we 30 minutes in.
But what I do realize as well was that two, that people need to understand, as far as you're talking about regular conversation and how do you bring love into the regular conversation, you have to be mindful of your facial expressions, your body language,
right,
the way that your body, because your spouse, your significant other knows you.
They know
and because they know you, they already know you checked out as soon as the conversation started. Yeah. And that's hurtful too. Even if they keep talking, I feel like it's still hurtful. They're going to keep talking because now they're already in it, but they walk away so defeated and so depleted from the conversation, you know? So I think that's what that is as well. So yes, let me go to the second question. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. Because I got another one.
What you got?
This is a good one.
What you got?
It says, well, it says, but how do you leave energy for your spouse at the end of the day?
Oh,
we may not be the best people for this thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Y'all disrespectful in these streets.
They really are. First of all, it is a conscious decision.
Yeah.
It's not that you leave energy for your spouse. Mm-hmm. Is that you make energy for your spouse. Oof, is what you do. Because trust me, there are times when during your work day that you don't have the energy to finish your work day.
But you finish it.
Right. Because you make the energy to finish your work day.
You find a burst, you eat a cookie, a Snicker, or something.
Your boss gives you that last minute project towards the end of the day that they want done. You don't. It's after lunch. You sleepy. You tired. You done had a long day. You don't want to do it.
My God.
But you find the energy to do it.
Find a Snicker, y'all.
Yeah.
Find a Snicker.
And so when it comes to your spouse, what you have to do is that you have to find the energy at the end of the day for your spouse.
Muster it up.
You have to muster from somewhere.
Pull it up.
And you have to, because they deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because one of the things, and I was so guilty of this. When I was in the financial world, I would give them 12 and 14 hours a day, especially towards the end of the month. We got to get this stuff closed.
No matter what.
I would give them 16, 18 hours a day.
This is true.
And then come home and be mad at my wife because she wanted 5 minutes of my time. And I'm like, well, don't you understand? I've been talking to people all day. I've been around people all day, babe. I just need to I'm like, okay. Yeah, but not understanding, I haven't been around her all day. I haven't talked to her all day.
Yeah.
And she's been looking forward to talking to me.
Yeah.
She's been looking forward to spending some time with me. Not in a selfish way. She understands that I've had a very long day.
Yeah.
But she's only asking for a couple of minutes of my time.
Yeah.
She's not even asking for a lot.
Yeah.
So what I had to do is I had to muster up I had to muster up the energy.
Yeah.
I had to muster up the time. It didn't matter how tired I was. It didn't matter how I felt. I had to find the time for her because she deserved it.
Yeah.
And she deserves it.
I think too, for me, being very guilty, still guilty. He'll probably attest to this, and I hope he doesn't. But anyway, my God, trying to even find out the muster up in the bedroom.
Yeah,
you know, to hug or kiss because I'm so exhausted, right? And the kind of job that I have is too is I'm looking at people all day and they got issues and problems, and I'm trying to solve problems them and trying to help them. It takes a lot out of me. Yeah. But to make sure that I muster up the energy in the bedroom to hug with him or kiss with him. Sanchez is a very affectionate person, and he knows my body language. So, and he'll come kiss me about 4 or 5 times a day. You know what I'm saying? And so he knows if I'm not, he'll be like, all right, I just came to kiss you, and he'll go on about his business. And I sometimes have to make myself muster up for that and be like, hey, chick, what is that about? Like, what are you giving off? And I'm very guilty of that. Like, what vibe are you giving him? How are you making him feel, you know, when you're acting like that? Because he just wants to love on you. He's not a talker, but he's an affectionater. Like
I'm an affectioner.
He's an affectioner. So the same thing
that on the Crenshaw Clinic, we will make up words.
Yes, we will. So the same thing I'm expecting from him is the same thing I need to be giving to him.
Right.
So whether you need to go take a shower, sis, or you need to drink some warm milk, or you need to make some tea, I don't know what you need to do, or brother, whether you need to go take a shower, do some push-ups or whatever, we have to understand that the same time, because here's the thing that I realized, especially when we're raising children, I could be dog tired, Sanchez, please go away, but if one of them kids get up, one of them kids need us, we up. If one of them kids like, Mom, you said I couldn't drink at a party, but if somebody drink, come pick me up 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, we up, and we're doing it.
In the car.
Attitude or not, but we're up and we're doing it, and we're finding the energy to do that. So I have to make sure that you guys are giving the same regards and respects to each other that you give to your job, that you give to your children, that you give to other people, that you're also giving that to your spouse. And again, you know, because it's not the question that's asked is not an easy question, because we can say none of these are easy. You can say muster up some energy or whatever, sis, and you better do it. That's not what we're saying. No. We're saying slowly but surely understand that you need to muster up this energy.
You need to make the conscious decision.
You make the conscious decision to do it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. You want one more question?
No, I think that's a good place to stop.
You want to stop right there?
I think it's a good.
I had another one.
It's a teaser. What we may do is we may do it. Okay, go ahead. One more.
Another question and answer.
Yeah. Now go ahead. One more. What you got?
No, we're not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait. We're gonna do a second. Let's just do a second session.
Yeah, we'll do a second session.
We'll do a second session because I think this is good.
Yeah, because we're actually gonna keep our midweek moment at a moment. We're actually gonna do that.
You try to do miracles.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Miracle signs and wonders.
What's your final thought?
My final thought is, take the time for each other. Take the time to learn each other.
Right.
Take the time. And here's the thing, what I love, the fact that you're even asking us these questions. And again, we just give you our perspective. We're not professionals. We don't know.
We're not therapists, but we just play some on TV.
Yes. The fact that you're even asking these questions mean that you know what's going on in your marriage and you want your marriage to work, or your significant other. You really want this to work and you just want to find ways to do it. Yeah. So that tells me that you're already on point and right now. You're open. So I appreciate it.
My final thought is going to be
real simple.
It's going to be a simple one. It's going to be a really simple one.
How simple, baby? Huh? How simple? Go ahead, go for the simpleness.
My final thought is marriage is a conscious decision.
Yeah.
That is my final thought. Mm-hmm. Everything in a marriage is about a conscious decision.
Yeah.
Every day you have to decide to love your wife, or love your husband, or love your spouse. Every day you have to decide to be respectful. Every day you have to decide to show them love.
From the moment you wake
Every
up.
day you have to decide not to cheat. Every day you have to decide to be open. Every day you have to decide to be vulnerable. These are decisions that you have to make
to listen
on a regular basis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Marriage is the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah, marriage is work.
Marriage is work. Yes. Marriage is beautiful. Marriage is joyous. But marriage is hard. And marriage is hard work. Yeah. And every day that you're in it, you have to make a conscious decision.
It's almost like, I just want to say this, it's almost like working out is hard work to get the results that you need.
Right.
And so when you get in that gym and you make a conscious decision, you'll be in so much pain but when it's over, you feel good and you look good. You know what I'm saying? And you want to do it over and over again. That's the marriage. Marriage is like, it's hard. It hurts sometimes and sometimes it feels good. But every single day and every single year that you do it, it feels and it looks good.
It looks good.
It looks good.
Marriage looks
looks good.
So, family, we're going to end right there.
I like that. Marriage looks good.
Marriage looks good.
Marriage looks good. Marriage looks good, people.
Midweek moment, marriage looks good. That's just the name of this episode.
So,
we're going to run with
marriage
that.
Looks good.
Marriage looks good. So, family, we just thank you. Family, we thank you for listening. However you're listening, whether it's on...
What beat was that on?
Not a one. You was not on a one beat.
See me move?
I don't know what that was. The beat was a 1 and a 3, and you was on a 9 and a 3 and a 9 and a 12. I don't know what you was
I'm
doing.
sorry. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive
But
me.
once again, family, however you're listening, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Google Play, whether it's Amazon, iHeartRadio, on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com.
Yes, family.
Family, as always, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast, which means we can be found on the socials. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, all on The Crenshaw Corner.
Yes.
And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. And as always, family, welcome to our journey.
We love you guys. Bye.